paper for this important information. Amen?
Hi, good morning, church. Good morning. I see it's August 25th, last day of summer break for a lot of our students that are going back to school on Monday. I know I can't wait for mine to go back. I'm ready for the break. I mean, this is a break for me, right? I'm going to start with our birthdays for the week. August 27th, we have Trustee Lawrence Banks. His birthday is coming up. And on August 31st, we have Miss Jane Clayton. Happy birthday to the both of you for this week. Pastor Coleman and his family is going on vacation August 31st to the 7th. We want to keep their family in prayer. On September 8th, we have Usher's Day. September 17th, there's an official board meeting starting at 7 p.m. September 23rd, there's a new members class after service. September 21st, there's a citizens advocacy. I am so tongue-tied, sorry. Spaghetti dinner here at Bethel. Let's see what else we have here. The education ministry has 25% off shopping pass for Boscov's. That's $5. That's going to be on August 16th, which is really good. October, excuse me. Thank you. The Phoenixville Area Senior Center is having a health fair Thursday, September 12th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. On September 15th, there's Andre Thornton Day. That's provided by the Black Light Projects. That's going to be at Andre Thornton Park. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on there. It's going to be fun starting at 11 o'clock to 7 p.m. A lot of games and all that activities. Let's see what else we have. Phoenixville Community Health Foundation is having a Champions of the Community, a recognition program for community volunteers. They're searching for unsung heroes. The nomination deadline is October 14th of this year. And if you want to nominate anybody for that, there's a website on the bulletin downstairs. Let's see. There's an appreciation banquet honoring L. Lamont Coleman, Saturday, September 28th at 5 p.m. You can have tickets are being sold by the Pastor's Aid members, and there will be a van available. Let's see what else do I have. I will have Miss Shirley Simmons come up with the Pastor's Aid for a brief announcement.
Could the Pastor's Aid members please stand? What are you doing now, Shirley? I'll tell you how happy I am to see you today. They stopped crying already. You know we've had some hardships as far as your sister and my friends and family. I just want to tell you that we're praying for you every day and we're praying for her constantly. We heard you had birthday, but you weren't here. But we have a little token of our appreciation for you and to show you how much we care for you and love you and all you do here at the church. Stop crying. Stop crying.
Okay, let it out, baby.
That's all right.
Let it out.
That's all right. We love you. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. We love you.
Amen.
Pastor Coleman, we need you too. Just to stand up.
Bring the stand.
Okay. On behalf of the Pastor's Aid, we know that you guys are going on vacation, and we're going to miss you. So, just to help you along, we have a little something for you. I've been told to give all the money to the mistress of the house.
All right, I kind of rushed through the banquet thing. I'm so sorry about that. So for the banquet for El Lamont Coleman, that's going to be at Lutheran's Church of Good Shepherd in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and the tickets are going to cost $40. And then now we'll have a Black History moment with Sister Carmina Burton.
Good morning. This is the Education Ministries Black History Moment, which we try to do every fourth Sunday. Today, our Black History Moment comes from a student that graduated 8th grade from Francis of Assisi. She's now in 9th grade in high school. At Francis of Assisi, she was Student of the Month. She got the Pope Francis Award twice. She was Student Council Vice President. She was in the Christmas and Spring shows, and she is in the STEM program. Please put your hands together for Miss Nyla Smith.
So we apologize. Nyla was not prepared today to give this presentation, but her father is going to assist her. Amen?
Today's Black History Moment will be about Juneteenth, the Juneteenth celebration. Forgive me, my daughter didn't know exactly what day it was going to come up, but that's what she wanted to share today about June 16th. Every year it's celebrated on June 19th, commemorating the 400 years of slavery, when the slaves were released, when President Lincoln had originally emancipated the slaves back in 1863. But the slaves didn't find out until 1865. So we celebrate that week, June 19th to June 25th, I believe it is, every year. Amen? Every year we celebrate the 4th of July. But in 1776, we weren't free. But we were free in 1865. So I want us to keep that in memory and remember that every year on the 19th of June, we'll be celebrating the Juneteenth celebration. Amen? Amen. Thank you. You want to say anything?
One more thing before I sit down. Thank you, Reverend Smith. And sorry, Nyla, I told your dad. Okay. But I wanted to give a special thank you to the group from North Carolina that they thought it not robbery to come and have that memorial service for not only their son, but for my sister and my nephew. And we thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Well, that concludes this portion of the service. I thank you so much for bearing with me as I'm learning this new position, and you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Passing it back to Pastor Coleman. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalane. Thank you so much for those announcements. Let us keep all of our announcements in mind and continue to govern ourselves accordingly. A couple of things that I want to share with you. I want to thank Reverend Smith for his presentation for Black History Month. Really, his daughter was there to support him. And so we thank God for Nyla, and we look forward to hearing from Nyla in the future. Amen? Amen. So Nyla, thank you for coming up and so holding your father's hand as he shared with us about Juneteenth. Amen? Amen. And thank you, Reverend. We appreciate it. And I also want to thank Sister Alice Ingram, who is the chair of our education ministry. And Trustee N. Carmita Burton, who coordinates every month for us our Black History Moment. So we are grateful, and we know that Black history is not just something in February, but it's something that we need to celebrate throughout the year. And so we have committed ourselves to do that because it is important not only for Black folk, but for everybody. Black history is for everybody. Amen? Amen. We want to keep in prayer Sister Virginia Bertuccio, and we want to keep in prayer Sister Patricia Bellinger and Sister Jacqueline Frazier Banks. These are people who have been in the hospital, but they're out of the hospital, and so we want to pray for them to keep them safe, and we want to keep them healthy, that God will continue to touch their bodies and heal them. We want to also acknowledge that on the second Sunday in September, September the 8th, the ushers will be having their annual Usher Day. And the preacher on that day will be Reverend Dr. Clinton Hogarth. Amen. Last time, I don't know if he was a doctor, but last time he was here, it was just Reverend Hogarth last time he was here. Now it's Reverend Dr. Hogarth. But I knew him growing up in Coatesville as Puss. Because it was just three of us, me, his brother, so it was Bobo, Puss, and Bougie. So Reverend Dr. Clinton Hogarth will be here on September the 8th to deliver the sermon for the ushers on the ushers' annual day. Amen? Amen. I have a special announcement that I want us to be mindful of. We know that Sister Jacqueline Frazier Banks has been wrestling for a long time with ill health, and we've seen God give her victories, and she's had some setbacks, but she is a member here at Bethel Baptist Church. And I want you, and we've been continuing to pray for her, and we're going to continue to pray for her. But we also want to help out an effort on her behalf. The family and friends of Jacqueline Banks Frazier is doing a fundraiser. And the fundraiser will help to defray medical expenses. She has been at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital for a long time. And we know that with the medical health care crisis, the situation that we're facing, that health care cost is no joke. And so the family and friends and the community of Pottstown want to put together a banquet or an event that will help to raise funds for the medical expenses of Sister Jacqueline Frazier Banks. Now, the event will take place on Saturday, September the 14th, and it's going to be at 6 o'clock. The tickets will be $20, and it will be located in Phoenixville in the banquet hall atop the Montgomery Elks at 605 Walnut Street. It's going to be, what did I say? Pottstown. I'm sorry. I just moved to Pottstown. I can't. So it's going to be at 605 Walnut Street in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Reverend Marlene Wood is here. We know that she is strengthened by our prayers, and we continue to pray for Sister Jacqueline Banks Frazier. But we also, if you want to support and help out in this endeavor, we want you to see Reverend Marlene Wood. Again, the event will take place on Saturday, September the 14th, 2019, and the tickets are $20. We want to be as helpful as we can, amen? Because we know that if Sister Jacqueline Frazier Banks was here, she'd be sitting right there praising the Lord. And so we want to be a part, or some small part, of helping out with helping to defray the medical costs, amen? And so if you are so inclined, please see Reverend Marlene Wood. And not only finances, but we want your prayers. We want you to continue to pray for Sister Jacqueline Banks Frazier, that she will continue to progress. She's a fighter. She's a fighter. And she's not fighting by herself, because we're fighting with her, and we know that God is on our side. We've seen the Lord heal her. We've seen doctors say, I'm sorry about this, and then they get amazed about what happened. And so we here believe in the power of prayer. So we want you to join forces to help this effort to raise money to help defray the cost for our dear sister. The community of Pottstown and friends and family are doing that, and if you are so inclined, we want you to help out in this endeavor also. Amen? Amen. I know God will bless you real good. God bless you, and God keep you.